Hundreds of earthquakes and tremors have been rumbling every few minutes in recent days.
The Greek government has declared a state of emergency on the resort island of Santorini after thousands of earthquakes in less than a week.
For the past 10 days, crucial data on Santorini's volcanic activity has been withheld from the public. Recent findings show unexpected land uplift and rising gas emissions in areas previously considered stable. Scientists are now focusing on Columbo, a submarine volcano near Santorini, after a surge in seismic activity. Initially dismissed as tectonic, these tremors have raised serious concerns, prompting experts to reconsider their stance. Discover the secrets of MuskMind. Hit like and subscribe now. A Greek volcanologist confirms that Naak Keni, a key part of the Santorini Caldera, is showing signs of unrest. Despite previous denials, reports now indicate rising water temperatures and increased gas emissions, classic warnings of volcanic activity. This contradicts the official narrative, which insisted there was no volcanic threat. However, evidence of dormant craters along nearby fault lines suggests otherwise. Some researchers argue the entire sequence of events is volcanic, not tectonic. A Greek geologist suggests a new crater may be forming near recent earthquake epicenters. While he downplays an immediate threat, Columbo's history is a cause for concern. Its 1650 eruption triggered a devastating tsunami, and experts warn a similar event could happen if the crater collapses. With growing concerns over Santorini's volcanic system, scientists worry early warning signs may have been missed. Recent data indicates Columbo's magma chamber is filling, reaching levels last seen before its previous eruption. This reinforces the belief that Santorini's recent earthquakes are volcanic rather than tectonic. Volcanic quakes typically stay below magnitude 5.5, unlike tectonic quakes, which can be much stronger. Researchers outline 5 stages of volcanic activity. The first is calm, followed by minor tremors and deep rumblings. The third stage, now underway, involves frequent, intensified quakes. The fourth, potentially approaching, signals either an eruption or magma intrusion beneath the seafloor. No eruption is confirmed yet, but the possibility of underground activity remains under investigation. Adding to concerns, a scientific team monitoring Columbo has found clear signs of uplift, supporting the theory of ongoing magma accumulation. This aligns with a December discovery of a hidden magma chamber beneath the seafloor, reshaping experts' understanding of the region's volcanic hazards. Rising water temperatures near Naak Keni further suggest volcanic unrest. Despite these warnings, authorities initially attributed the activity to tectonic shifts, focusing preparations on earthquakes rather than volcanic threats. However, the Greek government has now deployed the Army's Geographic Traffic Service to measure ground deformation beneath Naak Keni. Meanwhile, the Hellenic Center for Marine Research's vessel, Ageo, is scanning the seabed for signs of an underwater eruption. Seismological data suggests neither Columbo nor Keni is the direct source of these tremors, leading to speculation that a new volcanic crater may be forming. If true, more signs will emerge in the coming days. Experts continue to debate whether the recent seismic activity is volcanic or tectonic, but growing evidence points to volcanic unrest. Authorities' insistence that this was purely tectonic is now being challenged by top scientists. Dr. Kostas, a professor of natural disasters and Academy of Athens member, states that intense seismic events in the Sonoria Moro zone, especially Friday's tremors, are entirely volcanic. He urges international collaboration, calling for foreign experts to help assess the situation. Friday's earthquakes showed a sudden shift in seismic patterns, indicating magma is actively rising. The distinct rumbling, lasting about 90 minutes, suggests molten rock is grinding against and fracturing bedrock as it pushes upward. While the tremors eventually subsided, magma movement seems to have paused rather than stopped, raising concerns about future activity. Scientists classify this as a volcanic swarm due to its intensity and unusual acoustic phenomena. Research is now focused on assessing its broader implications. Dr. Syros warns that Greece can't rely on past experiences, such as the 2011 to 2012 swarm, as this event appears different and potentially more serious. He stresses the need to compare it with global cases to predict its trajectory and prepare for possible outcomes. despite a temporary decline in earthquake frequency. Experts caution against seeing this as a sign of stability. Drive S, a leading seismologist, warns that fewer tremors don't necessarily mean the danger has passed. The shift from tectonic to volcanic activity demands urgent reassessment. Two scenarios are possible. The magma could form a small volcanic cone or trigger a larger quake, or both. Santorini sits atop an active volcanic system, making it unlikely these quakes are purely tectonic. The way magma fractures rock resembles the force of explosives or heavy machinery tunneling through solid ground. Adding to the mystery, unusual electromagnetic signals have been detected in Kemani, Italy, on February 9th, 10th, 11th, and 13th. These rare anomalies often precede major quakes, possibly linked to ionospheric disturbances or deep underground currents. Notably, the first set of signals coincided with a temporary lull in quakes before activity surged again. Now, as tremors slow, the strongest anomalies yet have appeared, raising fears that the region is nearing a critical threshold. The largest quakes so far have hit magnitude 5.3, with multiple 5.0 plus events clustered nearby. If this swarm is a foreshock sequence, historical patterns suggest a main shock could exceed magnitude 6.0. Given the region's history, including the devastating 7.8 quake of 1956, a larger event remains possible. However, a magnitude 7 plus quake would require a significant fault rupture. The powerful electromagnetic signals from Kemani suggest a high-magnitude event could be imminent. These readings, updated every 30 minutes, provide critical insights into Earth's shifting forces. Normally, Earth's electric field remains quiet, but the sudden emergence of intense, well-defined signals points to a major geophysical process, whether from ionospheric shifts, deep underground currents, or both. Unlike natural Schumann resonances from lightning and solar activity, these signals show a unique, undulating pattern in the crucial 18 to 35 Hz range, previously linked to pre-quake activity. The Santorini swarm has produced thousands of quakes, with a combined energy output equal to a magnitude 6.2 event. If these tremors are foreshocks, a significantly larger main shock could follow. Given the region's seismic history, a magnitude 7 event is within the realm of possibility. Mysterious anomalies in Italy, a warning sign? Unusual electromagnetic disturbances in Italy have now occurred in 4 distinct waves, February 9th, 10th, 11th, and 13th, each aligning with shifts in seismic activity. These signals first appeared as earthquake frequency briefly declined, faded as activity resumed, then re-emerged stronger as seismic energy plateaued. The latest and most intense signals suggest the system may be approaching a critical tipping point. Exceeding 5 Hz, these disturbances defy simple explanations like power grid interference. Their structured nature and increasing intensity point to a deeper geophysical process. The synchronization with seismic slowdowns hints at a link between underground fault movements, magma migration, and atmospheric electric fields. Similar anomalies, recorded thousands of kilometers from major quakes, reinforce this theory. Originating from monitoring stations in Kemani, Italy, these signals coincide with seismic unrest in Greece. While Mount Etna and Campi Flegrei show increasing volcanic activity, the strongest correlation remains with Greece's earthquake swarm. This marks the 4th occurrence of such fluctuations, highlighting the need for ongoing monitoring. Scientists suggest these signals could indicate tectonic stress, fluid movement, or Earth-ionosphere interactions, patterns observed before major quakes. A state of emergency has been extended across several Greek islands until March 14th. As experts analyze real-time data, preparedness remains crucial. If earthquake frequency continues to decline, clearer conclusions may emerge. Earthquake updates, California and Texas. On February 16th, a minor magnitude 1.2 quake struck Texas Permian Basin, an area prone to geological shifts due to resource extraction. In California, northern regions near the Cascadia subduction zone saw multiple tremors, including a magnitude 2.5 at 9 miles depth. Deep tremors in this area suggest slow slip events, gradually building stress that could trigger larger quakes. Further south, Small quakes have been detected in the coast ranges and near Santa Rosa. While unrelated to the Clear Lake volcanic field, localized movement warrants attention. Meanwhile, the Hayward Fault, considered overdue for a major rupture, has seen increased activity, with at least 9 earthquakes in the past week. Given its high seismic risk and proximity to dense populations, any swarm in this region raises concern. Are these signals just anomalies? Or are we on the verge of something much bigger? Make sure to subscribe to MuskMind for more intriguing and informative content. Thanks for tuning in.